This is section 6.4 on log functions. Example 5 and 6, we're going to graph logarithmic functions using transformations. Okay, so our first one says that our function is the log to the base 2 of x plus 1 minus 2. So we're looking for transformations. Inside the function, horizontal transformation, our x values change. Outside the function, vertical, our y values change. So let's note what we see. The first one we see is inside the function. That makes it a horizontal. It's addition, so it's a shift. And which direction are we going? We're going left 1, so that means we will subtract 1 from x. Then outside the function, we see a vertical shift. Which direction? Down 2, so we will subtract 2 from y. Okay, so what are the points that are on our parent function? Remember, it would look like this. F of x equals the log base 2 of x with no transformations at all. So with a being 2 being our a, the base, what would our points be? Well, we would have 1/2, -1. We would have 1, 0, right? And 2, 1. These are just our exponential 3 points with the x and y switched, right? So we're going to, for all the x's, we're going to subtract 1. For all the y's, we're going to subtract 2. 1/2 minus 1 would be -1/2. -1 minus 2 would be -3. 1 minus 1 would be 0. 0 minus 2 would be -2. 2 minus 1 would be 1. And 1 minus 2 would be -1. So -1/2, -1, 2, 3, 0, -2, and 1, -1. Okay, and let's see, we should probably state our domain. How low do we go? Do we ever go below -1 here? No, we'll never get past that point for x. So from -1 to positive infinity, our range, low to high, all real numbers. Our vertical asymptote is the line x equals -1. We've shifted it to the left when we shifted left. So here it is, this line, x equals -1. Okay, let's look at example 6. Again, this is not quite in the format that we're used to for determining what transformations are taking place, so let's just switch the order of the terms, right? This term is negative, this one is positive. Now we can see both outside the function, because within the x is just the x, that hasn't changed. So we have both vertical. We have a vertical flip, which means we will multiply y by -1. And we have a vertical shift up, 1 unit. So that means we'll add 1 to y. And which will we do first? We'll multiply first. So we have 1/2, -1. Our base is still 2, so it's 1 over 2. We have 1, 0, and we have 2, 1. We said nothing about x, so our x coordinates are not changing. We said we're going to multiply our y's by -1 and then add 1. -1 times -1 is +1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. 0 times -1 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 1 times -1 is -1, plus 1 is 0. Okay, 1/2, positive 2, 1, 1, 2, 0. Something like that. That's not the best drawing I've ever done, but we'll let it go. Okay, so our domain has not changed from the log function, 0 to infinity. The range, still all real numbers. And the asymptote is the vertical line, x equals 0. We haven't changed the asymptote. But we have shifted, we've flipped over the vertical axis. Remember, the original looks like this. So we flipped over the x-axis and shifted everything up 1.